Cooper CPAs, located in the heart of East Nashville, offer a wide variety of tax services for individuals and businesses. Contact them at 615-257-0646 and visit their website, allcooper.com, for a full list of services.
Welcome to Music Business Daily, where we bring you the best headlines in music news.
We certainly do. And in the headlines today, we have Michelle shocked, who did indeed shock some people in San Francisco this weekend. U2 are making a new album, which we really look forward to. And Bon Jovi topped the charts yet again. We'll be back right after this.
Bandwidth for today's show is brought to you by SoftLayer.com. We love SoftLayer here at Talkapolis. They are the greatest hosting company ever. They make everything easy. Check out their website at SoftLayer.com. Thanks again for sponsoring the show.
Welcome back. I'm Roxy.
And I'm Kane.
And it's Thursday, March 21st. And starting Music Business Daily today, Michelle shocked the gay community in San Francisco with an anti-gay rant following one of her shows.
She certainly did. And I mean, what a place to have a rant about, you know, in San Francisco of all places, I guess the gay capital of the US.
One of the most accepting cities, and this really started a movement because venues that were hosting her shows later on this year, they've canceled, and for good reason.
They have. They just don't want their name associated with someone who feels this way. And the interesting thing about Michelle is that she is a born-again Christian, which is absolutely fine, but she's had to change some of her views. So prior to this, she was very much for gay rights and whatnot, and now that she's a born-again Christian, of course, she has to, you know, with her Christianity, believe in some different things and accept those things. So it's a really interesting story, and it will be slightly detrimental to her career, I think. But
yeah, she's losing a tremendous amount of ticket sales right now.
She absolutely is. And also in the news, U2 are back. Adam Clayton has recently let us all know via a fan website that they will be, producer Danger Mouse will be teaming up with them. Now, Danger Mouse,
they produced Black Keys
the man
from
of the
right
moment.
here.
Yeah,
in
Black
Nashville.
Keys.
Norah Jones.
Absolutely amazing. And they're saying that they've got enough material for 4 albums. So I don't know if we'll get all 4 albums, but I think that we will definitely get something fantastic from U2, who have been around for, you know, the longest time ever. So. And
Bono's wife said to a journalist that she's heard some of the album and it sounds really good. Of course.
Of course.
Yeah.
And it's Bono's wife. Of course
she's
going to say
biased.
it's absolutely biased. But I've got no doubt it'll be fantastic. And if they've got 4 albums worth of material, then I'm sure that they can compile 12 songs that we're absolutely going to love. I don't think the fans will be disappointed. And speaking of old musos, Bon Jovi are back and they've topped the Billboard charts again. Can you believe it?
Bon Jovi and David Bowie, they've debuted their songs and they are chart-topping on the Billboards right now.
Absolutely, it's unbelievable. And the incredible thing is that David Bowie, this is the number 2 is the highest he's ever had an album top the Billboard charts. And that blows me away. I mean, he's had top 10s before, but he's never had a number 1 album on Billboard charts. Incredible.
And Bon Jovi just played a show here in Nashville, and it was incredible.
I've got no doubt. I mean, there's a long list of fans that would be waiting for this album to come out, obviously, and they've bought it. And there's been something like 90,000 albums sold in the first week, so I'm sure it will stay there for a long time. But it'll be definitely interesting to see if Bowie comes and, you know, knocks them off their perch. The 2 old guys at the top.
Well, a slightly younger guy, Justin Timberlake, has a new album. I actually listened to that album this morning.
What'd you think?
It started off with some baby-making music. I know he just got married to Jessica Biel, so maybe they're doing that, but it started off very groovy, which I wasn't really expecting. And then you get to, like, the beats and, like, your typical Timberlake dance music.
Yeah, right.
But this is just the first of more to come.
It is, and I think, I mean, because there was a rumor that he was going to split the album in half and try and build, and the album's called the 2020 Experience. And so it's a fantastic idea, and I mean, someone like Justin Timberlake, who hasn't released an album for quite some time, for him to be able to split his music in 2 and sort of spread the PR out over probably a year. And the first album, you know, I'm sure that people have already rushed out and bought it, so if they like that, they'll be definitely racing out to buy the second album. Timberlake, he just can do no wrong. We've recently had a story, you know, he's 5 times on Saturday Night Live. He's just a master at this, and the girls love him, and the guys love him too.
And he's from Tennessee, Memphis boy. And he does mention that in some of the lyrics in this new album.
And that's where the soul comes from.
That's where you feel it. Speaking of Tennessee, some Tennessee girls, the Pistol Annies.
I love them.
Yes, Ashley Monroe, Miranda Lambert, Angelina Presley. They have a new album. It's called Annie Up.
And I cannot stop listening to their last album, which I thought was fantastic. That really went back to like country, the old school country that, you know, I was kind of brought up on. You can hear all the three chords and the truth sort of thing. These girls are not scared to talk about the things that a lot of other people in country pop are definitely scared to talk about. But I think this is kind of like a release for Miranda, because she is such a superstar now, but still so down to earth, that this is kind of the spin-off for her to be able to talk about the things that, you know, she wants
Be
to
the
talk
bad
about.
girl. And Ashley Monroe, one of the Pistol Annies, has had a big week too. She just released a solo album, and it's doing very well, doing the late night talk shows. And
Absolutely.
I think it's cool when three girls equally stand their ground on their own in country music come together, join forces.
Yeah, and I mean, I haven't listened to this new album yet, but I'll definitely be buying it, because as I said, their last album just showcased, I think, their individual talents, but those three girls together are a force to be reckoned with. They're, you know, they're sort of whiskey drinking, cigarette smoking, you know,
I'd like to have a girls' night out with them.
No doubt whatsoever. I'm sure you wouldn't be the only person to do that.
And John Mayer, Katy Perry.
here
John
we go.
Mayer is a player. Maybe Katy Perry figured that out, and apparently they broke up again.
Well, I mean, this again is just the PR nightmare, I suppose, for both of them. But surely we knew this was going to happen. Again, we did a story where I think it was X Factor are thinking about trying to get these two to come on to be judges of the show, in the hope that this would happen, that they would break up on the show and they would cause such controversy.
But they made a lot of big appearances together, the Grammys. They walked the red carpet as a cute couple. And, oh well, they're both back on the market, which I'm sure makes people happy.
Well, I'm sure, but it must be so difficult to be a celebrity in the spotlight. I mean, Katy Perry, I absolutely love Katy Perry, and I love John Mayer too for obviously their musicianship. The both of them are fantastic, but to just be constantly in the spotlight. I mean, and John Mayer's the player, as we all know.
And juggling your careers. Katy Perry's making a new album. John Mayer's heading back on the road, on tour.
So I think that John Mayer, I mean, back on the road, he's thought, get rid of the
And
the
who
girl.
knows? This is the second time they broke up, so maybe third time's the charm.
Maybe, who does know? Well, I think that's about all we've got today on this wonderful Thursday. Don't forget, of course, that you can find us on the internet, and also the beautiful Talkapolis app that we have, on Twitter, on Facebook. We're absolutely everywhere. And individually, we're everywhere too, so you can drop by and see us.
Talkapolis.com has links to it all.
It absolutely does. Thanks so much for joining us. See you next time.
Talkapolis, the social media TV network for your city.